They were, Charlie Parker and them, were you in that new band?
That was the new band. That was the new band.
The old band was Walter Fuller and all them bands.
Well, what was considered the new band was not that. We replaced those guys.
Yeah.
Because I came in when Billy signed. But when Billy left, and then they all got a new band.
Yeah. Well, Billy.
Well, Charlie Parker wasn't in that band.
Leo Parker was in the band, wasn't it?
No, he wasn't in. He wasn't in our band.
Right.
You see, the saxophone section when I was in the band. Let's see. Scoops Carey was lead alto player. You know Scoops?
I don't think I know.
Real light fellow.
I might.
Alto player. Scoops Carey, Goon Gardner.
Yeah.
He was another alto player. Two altos. Thomas Crump was from.
That's the new band?
No. This is new band after Fuller knows.
Yeah.
Crump was tenor. Charlie Parker played tenor.
Yeah.
And John Williams. Remember John Williams?
Yeah. Is that Mary Lou Williams'
husband? That's right.
Yeah.
He lives out here somewhere.
Who?
What's his name?
John Williams.
I didn't know that.
He lives in Columbus.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And then the trumpet section was J.L. Brock.
You run into many old friends like Mr. Cornell from Muncie?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of people, not many now. Man, a lot of my contemporaries are no longer with us.
You were rehashing a lot of the early days. And
Yeah, well, he knows all. He knows Bud Johnson. And
Does he remember the last time he played here out on 32?
I played here before?
Played here out on 32 in the 40s.
Do you remember that? A long time ago. You know, you really enjoyed yourself with the audience. We watched.
I have a good time with the audience.
This is what you like to do now, is to visit college campuses.
I like that. It is very, very, very warm. You know, people are very warm, especially when they don't have to pay to come in.
What do you think about the current crop of musicians and how they compare and the training they're getting?
They're better.
In what way?
They're more prepared than we were.
Did you
They're better.
Did you fly it a little bit, or play it by ear, or?
Well, we didn't have the training that these guys got. We didn't have their academic training. These little guys, like this little guy, Wynton Marsalis, he been practicing, man, out of the book. And not only that, he was getting both of it at the same time. His father was a jazz musician, and he was showing him about bebop. And then he's learning how to play classical. He played classical as good as any of the classical trumpet players now. You know, we have musicians like that now, man. They're good.
Your accompanists were Ball State students, young people.
The accompanists here?
Yes.
He's a professor here.
Yeah, at the piano.
Yes.
But you had on the drums and also on the bass?
Well, damn, I don't know. They're from Cincinnati.
Yeah, and they were pretty competent.
Oh, yeah, these are good musicians.
Dizzy, how did you get your name?
I don't know. It's been too long.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it's been over 47 years, almost 50 years. Since they've been calling me Dizzy since 1935. So what year is this? That's 49 years. That's 49 years, I don't remember.
You don't know who gave it to you?
No. In my book, there are 4 different guys said that they started calling me that. So now one of them is lying. Or 3 of them is lying. Unless both of them started to say, Dizzy at the same time, on the downbeat.
How about your horn, your famous 45-degree angle trumpet?
Well, I like it at this angle because I hear better. It's closer here than here.
How did that happen? How did you design that?
Well, that's in the book too. See, y'all in the
I
class.
know, I wanted you to tell us. That was about the time I read your book, the time you dropped your trumpet and it bent, is that
No,
right?
it didn't drop. That ain't what I said. So you didn't read the book. It was left on a stand and the guy fell over it. I didn't do it. I didn't have anything to do it. When I left it there on the stand, on one of those stands. When I got back, it was bent. So I really don't know how it happened. But they told me that this guy, one of the guys pushed the other guy, and he fell back on it, and instead of falling, it just bent.
And your wife had something to do with
It was
designing
my
it?
wife's birthday. It was a party, and I went to do a radio program. When I got back, it was sticking up in there. Illinois Jockett was there. He was there. Illinois, he was there. I left him there. He wasn't there when I got back. He said, when that wild man comes back and see his horn like this, I don't want to be here. He left. He left. He wasn't there when I got back.
How many of these appearances do you do a year?
Lots. I do a lot of educational. As a matter of fact, I'm in the midst now of arranging. I just bought all my equipment. I'm going to do 30-minute lessons of, music of the 40s. I'm the only one to do it. There's no one left. Monk is gone, Charlie Parker's gone, so that's it. The originators of the style, I'm the only one left.
Are you planning any Dizzy Gillespie concerts?
I do that all the time. I'm working all the time. I'm going to Paris Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I come back, go to New Jersey, and I go out to, and I got a big schedule. I work.
You have a big following overseas.
It's very nice over there. Yes. I'm the president of a school in Italy, honorary president of a music school, and Bassano del Grappo. You know that?
No.
Bassano is very old. It's very famous for. It was a very famous sculptor there that made all the houses, all the buildings, all the museums, big buildings. And this guy was great. And a lot of the American architects go over to Bassano del Grappo now to study those buildings that this guy did. And this was in the 13th century. This guy was a fantastic, he was a brick mason, he was a carpenter, he was they didn't have electric then, but you should see in that you should see the theater that he built. It's bad, man. It would remind you of the Roman Colosseum in the front, like the seats were like that. And then on the stage, when you look on the stage from the audience, there's a long winding road down there that you can see. And they didn't have lights like this, but he had little candle lights that lit that up. Yeah.
My house.
Huh?
Like those things over at my house.
Yeah. But this was he had little candles and made out of little candles inside little things, and some guy went and lit them up, and they had something to keep it from burning up the building, but he's got something over this house that's very wild too.